It's just the game, the atmosphere, the sounds. I like to hear the cracks of the bat, pop of the glove, and the crowd cheering. Special to me in baseball, you know.
I mean, he reminded me a lot of myself when I was a teenager in high school, just head over heels for the game of baseball.
For him to be able to come on our broadcast at Division I level and not only keep up, but be good at it, super impressive.
It was honestly shocking. I mean, you just don't let a 16-year-old kid go hang out in your press box, you know.
Dallas did a terrific job taking the weight off of my shoulders and that I could bounce off of for 2 to 3 hours and then just enjoy calling a ball game with. Yeah, he just so happened to be visually impaired.
As Jack Klein gets going with a swinging strikeout fastball upstairs.
And what a great way to open for Jack Klein.
Yeah, what a great way to open indeed. Top 10 in the OVC in strikeouts, and he adds another one to his season.
And as I said a million times, I would love to see another home run. So let's see if Martinez can do that.
Some of the struggles that I have is people are saying, blind? How? So when I interviewed Dallas and I found out for the first time that he wanted to be a broadcaster, I went home and told my husband, and he said the same thing. How is that going to happen? And I said, Paul, I've been here 8 years, and the one thing I've learned is if they are determined to do something, they will find a way.
Dallas or any other child with any other handicap, that's not who they are. He is Dallas, who happens to be blind. That shouldn't define him, and that's how we felt. And it wasn't going to define him. It wasn't going to stop him.
Come on, even check this thing, see if it's in tune.
We did not learn he was blind until he was about 3.5 months old. I just said, okay, this is it. This is what we're going to do. We're going to dig. And he's going to be raised like any other kid on earth.
I've known about the game of baseball since I was probably 2 or 3. But my brother hit a ball from our garage to our shop and had started liking baseball, and you know, it opened my eyes to baseball. My goal ever since I first played is to hit one over the fence. Still ain't done it yet. The park is big. I've got to figure out how to hit a ball first before I can hit one over the fence.
Miracle League started 10 years ago. Dallas was 7. We always worried about physical activity, and this is an opportunity that he would love.
I like to call myself the hardest hitter. I'm probably not, but I will say that I'm probably the most competitive one there.
It just kind of grew, and it became a challenge, and Dallas has always been one to meet and exceed any challenge that he's ever been given.
Welcome inside the Dom Thompson press box. I'm Max Coltrane, joined by Dallas Cathey. Dallas is a 10th grader at Arkansas School for the Blind, and it's your first time here at Gary Hogan Field. How's it been so far?
Well, I'm loving it here, Max, and I can't wait to sit here and see some dingers.
Yeah, it might be a tough day for it. Some winds blowing in from center, but...
As part of the Arkansas School for the Deaf and Blind, all of our students get opportunities to have real-world experiences. For Dallas, that meant being able to pursue his dream of becoming a sports announcer.
You know, initially there was a question of how it would work and how prepared he would be, I suppose, but I realized pretty quickly into that first meeting the day before the game that he was the real deal and we were going to be just fine.
And that ball's gone.
What a shot by Cano! And he definitely keeps the hitting streak going with that bomb.
After meeting him in my office for the first time, I knew within 10 seconds he's going to be great.
He studies stats. He studies stats all day, every day of so many baseball teams.
He had, you know, sheets of paper, braille, printed out with lineups, everybody's stats, where they're from.
And stepping up to the dish is number 27, Ryan Geck from Long Beach, California, bats .330.
And when he was talking, I literally had people calling and texting me going, are you sure that's Dallas? That doesn't sound like Dallas. He just turned into like this professional broadcaster.
His ability to listen to the count, the number of outs, knowing where we are in the lineup, knowing their pitcher on the mound, and what would be advantageous for the home team. He was on top of all that. To not be able to see a game, but yet call it as if you're watching it is so impressive.
You ever try to bunt when you're at the plate?
No, I really don't bunt. I really just swing. I swing for the fences. I may have had pressure at first, but we got into the game. We talked, we laughed, and I had one of the greatest times of my life.
I knew Dallas would break down doors, but what I didn't predict was that the kids who are disabled or blind or visually impaired watching that game, because trust me, this entire school was watching that game that night. One of the moms called and she goes, "Oh my gosh, you have no idea. My son learned how to dream." And that was magic. That's what this school is all about.
You can knock those barriers down. I was so happy for Dallas and so happy for what he can show others. That probably made my heart happier more than anything.
In broadcasting, the most important thing is that you have an unfiltered love for the game. And that's what Dallas showed in his short time, in his couple hours on the air.
I've always told myself, if there's a will, there's a way. And so to any visually impaired or blind people that want to go out and broadcast, go chase your dreams. That's one of the best things you could ever do.
That young man will give the future no choice but to be bright for him.
The sky's the limit, and he is going to be an ambassador for blind people everywhere, and he's going to teach people that they're just like everybody else.
So many times I feel like vision cheats us. We miss so much that he doesn't.
And I expect that we'll see him probably on the TV here relatively soon.
Whenever you are. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining. Welcome to KARK Channel 4. I am Dallas Cathey. This year, we are celebrating 29 years. That's it. Great job! Thank y'all so much. I'm pretty hard fist bump this week.